What is up, everybody? Carlton is in the house. This is the Go Political channel. So tonight, I'm going to update you on what is going on. And I see that there are 19 people in the house. But you need to check in and let me know you are here. I want you to type in "Let's go" in the comments if you are ready to hear this update that I've got for you in this new format. This is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be using this a lot in the future for discussions to cover the hot topics. And I think you will enjoy it too. So I'm using this new presentation format. But give me if you can hear the audio, let me know if you are here. Again, check in the comments. I don't see any comments just yet. Well, we got Chris Z in the house. What up, Chris? So he says, let's go. We are going to start. So this is the new format that I will use for doing live presentations. And I've got all of my notes are going to pop up right up here. And I have, let's see, how many items do I have on the presentation list today? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to discuss. So Lone Star is in the house from Houston. Yes, sir. I got family in the Houston area, down in Sugar Land. I got love for Houston. Thank you for joining with me, Lone Star. We got 19 people in the house. And as I was saying, or as it relates to this new format, this is what I will be using to bring you the information and start the discussions. Okay, so that being said, and I can't stand that phrase, we're just going to pop it off and start with item number 1. You have noticed that I've been doing a lot of posting in the community tab, lots of discussions, and I have been having some awesome conversations. You know, we got people that like to pop off and say rude stuff. We got people that like to discuss intelligently, and it's fun. And I've been posting things and wanting to get to know what people's views are. Now, of course, you're going to always have the folks who are diehard Republican or diehard Democrats that are brainwashed. And as soon as you say something that goes against something they believe in, they get all triggered. Oh, I can't believe you said that. They just go bananas and start flying out with the insults. But I want my crew to jump in and to defend me in these comments and keep people under control, because we are going to have some excellent conversations in the future here as it relates to political discussion. And so while we are mainly going to continue the focus on Dalton, I did decide to take a break this summer from Dalton. Then I missed it, and I came back. I had to get refreshed. I was tired of hearing Tiffany Henyard's mouth, so I had to step away from it. By the way, Tiffany Henyard popped up in the comment section of one of my shorts, and it's pretty hilarious. And if you would like me to do a video and fill you in and read the entire several paragraphs of nonsense that Tiffany Henyard posted on this short, I want you to post in the comments, "Go Ghetto," okay? Type "Go Ghetto," and I will do a video and read everything. All right, so we've got some more friends. Of course, member John Luna is in the house. What is up, John? One of the biggest and baddest supporters of the Go Political channel. Chester is in the house. We got Genevieve in the house with Trinidad. Lynn D says, let's go. So we are gonna go. We're gonna mash that pedal down. All right, I've got a couple people typing in "Go Ghetto." So let me make a note of that. I will do that video. Get out my ink pen. I'm gonna write right here. I'm gonna go ghetto. And I'm going to answer Tiffany Henyard. You know, she shows up in my comments under a pen name. And that name, I think it's Chris Maccabee. What's up? Izzy Dillagaff, I see ya. So Gracie says go ghetto. Karen says go ghetto. Issa says go ghetto. We're going to go ghetto. I will produce that video within the next couple of days, and you will be able to enjoy it. This is the second time. You have to go back and check out that last video I did. It's hilarious, where I read the entire comment, and it was really hard. It gave me a headache because of all of the misspelled words and the garbled up language. It was hard to understand it, but it was pretty entertaining to hear it read out loud. Now, this one is not as ridiculous as the last one, but the message itself is absurd and absolutely positively ridiculous. You're not going to believe what she has to say in this comment. So the title of the video is going to be, just so you guys know, it's going to be entitled Tiffany Henyard Found Innocent. She's innocent, something along those lines. So it will be a clickbait title. She like that clickbait. It's gonna be clickbait, but I'm just letting you know ahead of time. I'll have a silly clickbait title that will allude to the fact that Tiffany Henyard is in fact innocent. Okay, so KN is mentioning Lori Lightfoot, and I will do an update. Let me write that down. I'm going to have to get a video and update you about Lori Lightfoot as it relates to the FBI, because once I get to the last item in this list, I got a club banger video coming your way that is going to be talking about the destruction of Dalton and the rampant corruption and the connection to the political powers that be that have chosen to turn a deaf ear and a blind eye to what's happening in Dalton and the Thornton Township. And it's so sad. It is so sad to see this happening, but you will enjoy that update. I promise you it's going to be a good one. So getting back to the community tab discussion, as I was saying, I'm going to be doing more and more of this. Whoops, let me go back one. In the community tab, I'm bringing up political issues because this, of course, is called the Go Political channel. And so it's basically saying you've got permission to go political. You've got permission to discuss your political views and your stances. And we're going to try to discuss them reasonably and using logic, okay, and common sense and critical thinking, and not senseless arguing back and forth. If you want to see senseless arguing back and forth, go to the Polymarket poll and look at the comments on Polymarket under the presidential poll. And right now, when I go to the Polymarket poll, let me see if I can just pull this up and tell you what the current poll is looking like. All right. Right now, it's got Trump at 51%, Kamala Harris at 48%. She was ahead and now it's flipped. So that's pretty interesting. And the discussion section in the Polymarket poll is absolutely, it's sad. It's very sad because all people do is argue points of hyperbole and accuse each other of doing things that aren't true, and they just repeat the lies, the talk box lies that you hear, and it bounces back and forth. I want my discussion in the community tab to be a lot more intelligent and not as ignorant as what we see in other places. And so that's why you're going to see more and more community tab posts related to politics, okay, policies, things that have gone on. In fact, I had one interesting comment that you need to go and check out where I had asked about Kamala Harris and her policies that she's proposing, where I said, why is she making these promises? She's in the office right now. Her and Joe Biden can get these things done now. And so, for example, I had a person who said, well, she's just the VP. She can't do anything and has no power. You go and read the answer that I had to that, and I tell you what, I stumped this commenter because I mentioned the fact that Kamala Harris was instrumental in the passing of the most monumental legislation of the Biden Harris entire 4 years, okay, of their, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Well, at any rate, Kamala Harris was instrumental not only in passing the Inflation Reduction Act, but she was instrumental in the discussions and the negotiations, not just the vote that got it passed. And so she did do a lot of work in the development of that bill. And this person who was posting is pro Kamala Harris, but kind of just swept her right away and disrespected her by saying she doesn't do anything. And so these are the kind of comments and the discussions that I want to get more into in the community tab where we can have intelligent discussions. And I told her, don't sweep her away. She has done a lot of work. And whether you agree or disagree with her policies, she has been a part of sweeping legislations that have done things. So give her credit. She does sound stupid in speeches. She does repeat these dumb phrases in all of her speeches, but she's smarter than what she appears when she's been hitting that liquor. You know, when she speaks, I think she's drunk, but she's a lot smarter than that. She is intelligent. She has accomplished some things, and we can't just sweep her away like that. Okay, John says that innocent and Tiffany Henyard should not be used in the same sentence. Yeah, that's a misnomer, ain't it? But I'm going to do it for clickbait. We got to have our clickbait, okay? All right, so please stay tuned and get involved in the community tab discussions, and let's show everybody else out in the YouTube sphere that we here in the Go Political community are more intelligent than the others. We're not going to just sit up and argue, even though we've got the ones, like I told you, the people that just get triggered and butthurt anytime that I talk about something that goes against their beliefs. We even have a guy who likes to complain and say, well, you didn't give both sides of the story, both sides. And if you go back and look at what I said to him, I had an interesting answer. I said, you're presupposing that there are two clean sides. My stances and beliefs don't fall within the two sides that you're suggesting, because I have some liberal views, I have some moderate views, I have some conservative views. And so there are hundreds of sides. In fact, for every person in the community tab that's discussing, they have a unique side. And you can't slice the pie in two pieces. So I told him it's impossible to present the other side when there is an infinite amount of other sides. So that's just another example of some of the higher level intelligent conversations going on. But again, I want you guys to get active in there and come and have my back. I got a few people like Caroline, the bottom line with Caroline. Caroline is always, I mean, she's ride or die. She'll come in and she will mop people up on my behalf when people try to cut the fool and insult me in the comments. So that is number one, the community tab discussion. Let's go to the next one, election poll results. So when you go to the community tab, let me see, I'm going to go there right now. So I just pulled up Kamala Harris in one of her ridiculous speeches. I did not want that. I don't want to hear her mouth. All right, here we go. Okay, so right now, I'm going to hit refresh and tell you that we had 930 people vote. Yes, applaud that. 930 people voted on the Go Political poll 6 days ago. And the results are in. If you go and look at it right now, you will see that Kamala Harris is at 24%, Donald Trump is at 69%, and Robert Kennedy is at 7%. And that's surprising to me because I know that we have a lot of Democrats that are here as members of the Go Political channel, and I welcome them. I want Democrats. I want Republicans. I want the no voters. I want the anarchists. I want the communists. I want the moderates. I want the independents. I'm glad to have you all here because then we can all get educated, as Tiffany says, on different points of view. And it's enriching when we have people that are from all different backgrounds. And yes, Trinidad Vigil, Kamala Harris was the deciding vote on that bill, on the Build Back Better bill, which what it was when it was in the House. And then after it got cut way back and renegotiated, it became the Inflation Reduction Act. And I spent quite a bit of time reading about it. And it was mainly a sweeping legislation that overhauled the American energy system. And so we had a lot of things in there, like incentives for electrical generation, for electric cars, for cutting down on carbon emissions, greenhouse gas emissions. They pumped in a lot of money to help push innovation in industry. And I am of the opinion that the Inflation Reduction Act actually might have contributed a little bit to inflation, amongst other things. And so, yeah, we're going to have another community tab discussion and talk about the Inflation Reduction Act. It's good to get educated on these things and discuss this stuff right now before the election. So, moving right along, the next item for discussion is Kamala and this reparations issue. I'm going to be bringing this up in the community tab first, and if it gets a really good resounding discussion, then I will produce a video, and I'll also do a blog post, which, by the way, the Go Political blog is live on the carltonzone.com website. And I will have some pretty cool blog posts that I will post in the comments of the community tab discussion posts. And so one that is coming up concerns reparations. And so I get some interesting comments about reparations. First of all, as it relates to Kamala Harris, Kamala claims that she's not specifically going to pass any legislation that directly impacts the black community. She's not going to do that. And I had made a short where I talked about Kamala claiming to be black. And if she wants to be black, that's fine, whatever. She's half Indian. Her dad is Jamaican, Hindi, this, that, the other, Irish. You remember Rachel Dolezal, the white lady that kinked up her hair, and she was like the president of the NAACP chapter in, I think it was Seattle. And she did a lot of good things. And then she kind of went crazy. She became a teacher, and then she was on OnlyFans doing inappropriate things, got fired from her job. But she was a white lady that became black because she identified with black culture. So in this day of age, you know, you can be a rabbit, a dog, you can be a rock, you could be anything. And so if people, you know, relate to black culture and want to be black, fine, come on in. But with Kamala Harris, I made this short because of the fact that she proudly represented the Indian culture for many years. And as Donald Trump brought up, which irritated and offended a lot of people, he said, well, she always said that she was Indian, and now all of a sudden she becomes black overnight. Now, she did go to an HBCU, and she's in the AKA sorority. But going to an HBCU doesn't make you black. Neither does pledging in a black sorority or fraternity. I had a beloved fraternity brother who was as white as a sheet of paper. His name was Sam. He passed away covering a Ku Klux Klan rally that occurred in the state of Missouri over 30 years ago. He was a journalism major and he was a reporter. Sam wasn't pretending to be black. When he came to my school, to Mizzou, he was just a cool guy. He was a great guy. He related to all people, and he wasn't like a white person who grew up in black culture, because I had another friend, Brian, who was completely white, but grew up in black culture. When you spoke to Brian, he sounded more, you know, ghetto than like me. I sound, a lot of people, they say I sound white, as if, being black means all about how you sound. And that's not the case. But Brian related to black people and pledged the fraternity, but he dropped out. And then Sam pledged. But he was just a regular white guy who loved black culture and loved what my fraternity was all about. But he wasn't pretending to be something that he was not. So Kamala Harris, HBCU, pledges a sorority, fine. If she wants to associate with being black, that's fine. But my issue is, why is she against reparations? So then I'm going to dig into that. And I have a big video coming your way about reparations to the black community. And in this report, I'm going to give you the history of reparations as it relates to the United States and the black community. And I will share with you an interesting reaction I get from white people when I bring up reparations. The standard knee-jerk reaction is, why should we give reparations? Why do we have to be punished, for we never held slaves and there ain't no slaves left living today. Why should we have to be punished and give reparations to black people? None of them were slaves. So I'm going to explain what reparations means. It means repairing the damage. It means bringing people back up to speed after being held back economically. And then I will talk about reparations that were given to other cultures since slavery. And then I'll talk about money given to cultures of recent time in the billions of dollars that Kamala Harris actually signed. And no, it wasn't for the black community, and it wasn't even reparations. And I'm going to make this point that, okay, you're black, you're wanting to associate with the black community, but you're against reparations, but you're for giving billions of dollars in no-bid contracts, which are set-asides to a couple of other ethnic groups. So I'm going to give you the whole history of it, and I'm going to educate y'all about reparations. Now, I am not holding my breath for reparations. I don't think it'll ever happen, and I don't need it. Oh, my goodness. John Luna. My goodness. We have a stream king. John Luna just dropped a 40 bomb on my head. Everyone, please pay your respect to the new Stream King, which will be John Luna. Give a round of applause for his super thanks in the amount of $40. John Luna, thank you very much. Let me hit the love button. I just hit the love there. Guys, I stop when people give super thanks, and especially when we have to crown a stream king. And the reason is because doing these videos is expensive. And the only way that I can do this and work my 5 jobs, my 5 businesses, is to beg for money. And people like John Luna and several others have been so gracious to donate. And I will earn that donation. I will work hard on giving you top-level entertainment and information and keeping you well-informed in the community tab. I'm going to earn every single cent of that donation. So again, thank you, John Luna. I want everyone to type in the comments, "Hail to the Stream King" right now. Type "Hail to the Stream King." And now that I have paid homage to our Stream King and have thanked John Luna, we can get back to the discussion. Okay, so I do want to shout out Brian's Welding. What's up, Brian? Yay! Brian is one of the OGs that has been with me from the jump. I also want to shout out Ski Tricks, who is in St. Louis, who is one of the originals. John Luna is original. He's an OG. He's been with me from the jump. Ski Tricks, been with me from the jump. Brian's Welding, been with me from the jump. Okay, so getting back to the topic, we're going to go to the next one. And thank you all for the 45 concurrent people that are viewing the live stream. If you want to hit the like button, you can, but you don't have to. It's more of an organic thing to me because I figure instead of begging for people to hit the like button, I should earn that. And so if I am entertaining or motivating you and providing you with a very enjoyable live stream, then you'll probably hit that like button on your own. All right, next, my Democratic National Convention reaction. So I've been catching bits and pieces of the Democratic National Convention, and I'm pretty disgusted and disappointed. And you would think that the polls would kind of be bumped up for Kamala Harris during the convention, but we're not seeing that. She's losing ground. As a matter of fact, after the convention started, her poll numbers started to slip. You can see that on Polymarket. Okay, Trump is now 3 points ahead in the poll since this whole thing has started. My mother has been watching the convention, and she even calls me, "Are you watching this?" I'm like, "Watching what?" "Watching the convention on PMS NBC." And I'll say, "No, Mom, I'm not watching." "Well, this is historic." And then I said, "No, Mom, it's not historic," because a lot of what they're saying isn't true. And all they're doing is repeating the standard things that have already been debunked by Snopes. Even Snopes, which is liberal leaning, has come out to refute some of these age-old arguments against Donald Trump that have been turned up false, okay? But we are hearing some of these same debunked accusations and arguments that are coming up in the convention. And we also see a lot of foul language. I'm pretty disappointed to hear the foul language in the Democratic National Convention. There was a gentleman who was speaking tonight, and he was using the term FUBAR. Now, if you know what FUBAR is, I'm pretty sure you would agree with me that it's not appropriate to say that the person that Kamala Harris is running against is FUBAR. And he even said, "Go look it up yourself because Donald Trump is FUBAR." That's just kind of disappointing. I also wanted to hear more about the policies and the plans, but instead of the policies and plans, it's a Trump roast. I can't remember what the count was, but I think it's over 200 times that people have brought up Donald Trump instead of talking about what Kamala's going to do. The other thing that I'm a little disappointed with, as it relates to the Democratic National Convention, is the fact that it's all glowing and positive on the inside, and they're not talking about the protest that is going on outside. That's kind of sad. That's kind of really sad. What is up, Ron G in the house? It's good to see you, Ron.
Yay!
Trinidad Vigil in the house. Thank you for paying tribute to the stream king, Trinidad Vigil. I appreciate that. Chester Holland is in the house. Anyway, thank you, Chester, for hailing our stream king. They're not talking about what's going on outside. In the protests, there are a lot of Democrats that are upset with what the Democrats in power are doing with the policies towards the war that is going on in the Middle East. And as I mentioned, my disappointment with the Democratic National Convention, I could see that 3 people just left. We went from 46 to 43. There were 3 people triggered who could not handle to hear me say anything critical of the Democratic Party. And of course, we could probably guarantee that Mr. Both sides, will probably jump in here. There are things that I am critical of with the Republican Party and things that I will talk about that I think I wish Donald Trump would not do and things I wish he would not say. But this is my channel and I can talk about what I want. And I'm not here to give both sides. I'm here to talk about exactly what I want to talk about. Thank you, Trinidad. I appreciate that. Okay, so the convention's still going on. It's interesting. I was disgusted with the Obamas. I was disgusted with the comment Obama made, Barack Obama, when he was talking about Trump and being obsessed with crowd sizes. But here's the thing, Kamala doesn't draw the crowds. She's not. Trump draws the organic crowds in the tens of thousands, and we look at Kamala Harris and her rallies, and it's maybe 100 or 200, unless they're bringing in Megan Thee Stallion and a free concert with twerking. If it's free food, free concert, whatever, we'll see thousands, and then when the twerking is done, the people leave. So that was interesting. So I'm overall disappointed with the DNC and what they're doing and how they're saying we're going to attack the rich people, take their money and make them pay their fair share, when up in the suites we heard what's his name? Cuomo. What's Cuomo's first name in New York? The Raporto. I can't talk to Raporto. The news reporter, he's a Democrat, but he was calling out the Democrats for bashing and talking about making rich people pay their fair share when those same rich people were up in the suites who have paid tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars for those suites. And those are the people in the back pockets of those who are running. And this happens on both sides, okay? Where's Mr. Both Sides? Both sides. There's your gift tonight. I'm talking about both sides. The special interests will put millions of dollars behind these Democrats and Republicans to get favor when their guy gets into office. Chris Cuomo, thank you, Brian. So you should go watch the video and listen to what Chris Cuomo said. It's very hypocritical to listen to Kamala Harris talk about how she's going to make the rich pay. And I won't get into the price gouging. Okay, that sounded dumb for her to say that. She's more intelligent than that, though. She is more intelligent. Yes, I did see the toilet paper caper with Pelosi. Pelosi is in mental decline. It's sad to see that. But anyway, I'm just kind of disappointed. I will discuss and bring up topics if you'd like me to. Talking about, oh, look at that. 4 people just left. They probably got triggered. I will bring up this whole price fixing thing and how Kamala Harris states that she is going to go after grocery stores who raise prices and make them pay for it. It could be a federal crime. You could be in federal prison for raising prices. But here's what's interesting. What if there was another pandemic? What if there was a rush on the grocery store because everybody goes into a panic? All right, they rush the stores and clean out the shelves. Well, when you have an increase in demand, a rush on stores, when you study economics, you know that prices go up to mitigate that demand. All right, that is one of the ways that grocery stores can mitigate having their shelves cleared. But if Kamala Harris forces them into price fixing, they can't raise the prices. And that means that people can clean out the stores. So they're stuck with the same price. But as the pandemic goes on, the cost of the goods in the supply chain goes up. And so the stores want to replenish their shelves, but they can't afford to do that because they can't sell them at the prices that will cover for the increase in supply. So this means that price fixing, which is more of a communistic policy, it does not work. But I will bring that up in the community tab and we can discuss that. Okay, so that's something that I would love to bring up. All right. Anyhow, moving over to the next topic. Coming up next, I've got 2 big videos, and I mean huge videos. They're going to be tremendous, very tremendous. Some of the biggest, most tremendous videos you've ever seen. You will be very educated, very shocked and surprised when you see these 2 videos. I am going to focus on providing better, less frequent content and more live stream discussions where I do things like this, because this is easier and there's not a lot of editing. There's no editing needing to be done for this. I just type in the things I want to discuss and there you have it. And then I can save my time for these big videos like the one that I've got coming up that's going to be talking about the destruction of Dalton. All right, this has to do with disinvestment and my conspiracy theory about why they have allowed Tiffany Henyard to continue to decimate the village of Dalton and Thornton Township. And there are some instances in history that I will educate you on, like Tiffany. Instances in history of disinvestment. One that took place right in Chicago, okay? So that is going to be a monumental video. And I'm also going to talk about Louis the Potato Lacy and what's going on with the lawlessness and the fact that there is no recourse. There is no more higher authority to appeal to stop Louis Lacy after coming back in and reclaiming his job and even being given a promotion by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Okay, so that video is going to be monumental. Those are two huge videos coming your way, and I hope to have them done next week. Now, in the next few days, you will be glad to know that I've got another edition of the Dalton Chronicles coming your way. And as a matter of fact, I've got the music playing as I talk about the Chronicles, because in this edition of the Chronicles, we're going to step way back into history and find out what was going on with that water bill scam. We'll see just how Tiffany Henyard was snatching handfuls of cash right there at the water department after she was claiming to do a forensic audit to catch these folks from stealing money. Then she turned around and did it herself. So that's coming up soon on the episode 4 of the Dalton Chronicles. So y'all keep your eyes peeled, because that's going to be coming your way in the next few days. Yep, it's going to hit you right between the eyes and you going to be entertained. All right, let's give a hand for the Dalton Chronicles. And yes, I did see that the village filed a lawsuit against him to try to claw back that $200,000, which will never be recovered because Lacy has filed bankruptcy multiple times and that money is spent. I don't know what that dang-a-lang does with his money. Who knows what he does with that money? I don't know. It's gone. So I'm just kind of skimming through the comments here. It's hard to read comments while doing a live stream at the same time. I usually have Caroline help to bring that comments to my attention, but she is on the road taking her youngest son off to college. And so I'm wishing her well, because she's a little sad right now because it's the last one of the house and they are coming up on empty house syndrome. So throw up a prayer for Caroline of the Bottom Line with Caroline channel as she is bidding adieu to her youngest son. It's tough when you see that last one go. I've got empty house syndrome myself, so I'm familiar with that. My youngest is working a co-op job in St. Charles, Missouri, in his engineering career. He is at a very well-established engineering firm that is instrumental in the design and manufacture of the equipment that balances tires and also that does the self-driving systems for self-driving cars. So anyway, shout out to Mara. You guys need to check out Mara. I always say Mara, mispronouncing her name. Sorry about that. Mara, she's got a channel. It is Judge Petty, and she's been posting up some pretty awesome content covering the former Dalton board meetings, and Mara is one of the mods here, and she helps me out with comments too. And she has been instrumental in helping to dig up and organize those old videos, the footage from the Dalton board meetings, and she is a big part of the success of the Dalton Chronicles. And so that next episode that I've got coming up, that is coming your way, about the water scandal, I got that information and footage because of the hard work from Mara. So we want to give Mara a round of applause. I don't think she is in the chat tonight, but when she watches the replay, I want her to know that I appreciate her and all of her hard work. What is this button here? I can't remember. Let's see. It says dramatic. What happens if I hit this button? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember that. That's my ending song. So when I end the stream, that is the song that I use at the end. So once again, let me re-mention the fact that Stream King John dropped a 40 bomb on my head, $40 in super thanks to help me defray the cost of producing the channel. I am monetized. I'm making good money now, where it really is starting to go well. And so I want to continue to be able to pay for my overhead. I'm probably, we're talking $300, $400, $500 a month is what it costs me to produce this stuff. When you count all the licensing stuff, I've got 1 gigabit fiber internet. I just did a massive upgrade on the computer. And next, I want to hire my son, Scott Flowers. Yay! I'm going to have Scott Flowers come on to a video sometime, and I'll introduce you to him. Scott Flowers graduated from Central Missouri University with a degree in digital media production, and he is going to be the first employee of Gadget Gurus LLC, which is the company that the Go Political channel and my YouTube business falls under. So he is going to be hired. My goal is to put my son Scott on the payroll in the month of September, and then have another person that I'd like to put on the payroll that's going to help with some fancy digital type of stuff and doing rendering, artwork, and things like that. But Scott is going to be helping with the production end. And so I've got 6 channels. I've got a sports channel, I got a general channel, I got a body shop channel, all sorts of stuff. This one is rolling the best. This is the top channel, Go Political. You guys are the best. You're my number one, guys. Y'all my number one, okay? As it relates to membership. As a matter of fact, let me just tell you guys how awesome you are. When I go to my home here, let me see here. I'm going to tell you what the current stats are. We've got 7,650 members. There was 1,380 members that came on, or subscribers rather, just in the last 28 days. Content. We've done really well. The last couple of videos did fantastic, very fantastic, tremendous viewership, tremendous videos. When we did the video on the $561,000 check, that video has 117,000 views. And then the video on Crushed, where Tiffany Henyard gets crushed at the Thornton Township meeting, that got 102,000 views. Now, we had some snarky, snotty people posting comments in the video about the $561,000 check, because they're not folks that know the history of what I've been reporting. And so the groundbreaking thing was, of course, my phone call, which told me that the contractor was lying. But people who were new that didn't know that, they were trying to come in and say, well, you didn't solve anything. Well, we just ignore those folks. But thank you so much for the success of those videos. And do you guys like the music? I've got more music for you that I'm going to have custom music that goes along with the videos that's specific to the videos that I make. Let me just jump in here. I'll play you a clip of one just so you can get an idea. I'm going to go to my music folder, and I actually have a rap, okay? R-A-P, a rap video coming your way that's going to have something to do with Louis Lacey. And so this one I produced myself, all right? It is not one that's AI generated. This one is going to be one that I mixed myself. I'm not in focus here. Let me see if I can get this thing to focus. There it is. All right, let's go to the music, and I'm going to give you a hint. This is a sneak preview, okay, of a song. Okay, I don't have it mixed down yet, so you don't get to hear it yet. Sorry, guys. But this one is going to be a take off of Straight Out of Compton, all right, from NWA. But I'm changing a key word, and then it's going to be rapped by a certain police officer that is in Illinois somewhere, okay? So, anyhow, I don't know what's going on here in the comments, but at any rate, what a moderator does is kick people out that start problems or say snotty things or want to argue. So I don't even know if this conversation is going on in the comments right now because I can't read it and talk at the same time. But anyway, moderators can put people out. So that's what that's all about. But let me go to the AI music folder and give you a sneak preview of one of the other videos that is coming your way that's going to be talking about the fake degree that Tiffany Henyard has. So this is going to be relating to that fake degree. Listen to this. All right, let's turn it up.
I ain't no dummy cause I'm flipping these pages, now watch me started from the bottom with the knowledge of a queen. Graduated from the dollar store, my degree's clean. Flip the tassel to the left, call it Dollar Dream. Fake diploma, real hustle, ruling the scene. I ain't no dummy cause I'm
okay, guys, so Kuma Moladi is going to be the title of a video, and it's going to be a deep dive into the fake degree underground. All right, that is coming your way on the list of content that I am currently going to produce. So yeah, Brian, the song that's going to sound like Straight Outta Compton. I'm telling you what, it's going to be good. And yes, Louis Lacey is going to be the guy that is rapping on the song. All right. So anyway, Trinidad Vigil, is there some discussion that's going on in the comments section? You guys are supposed to be paying attention to me. You're not supposed to be arguing about politics in the discussion section on a live. Okay. We don't do that here. We're not going to do that, but I don't know what's going on because, like I said, I can't talk and do a live and really read these comments and know what's going on at the same time. It's just hard to do that. If you want to have a quality live stream, you can't just sit here and see what everybody said or who said what. You really can't do that. So it's hard to do that. So I'm just going to wait until later to read the comments. At any rate, let me show you another song that I've got. Let's see, The Green Empire, or should I? Oh, here it is. This is going to be a good one. You're going to know what the topic is going to be on this one when you hear the song. Here it comes.
Ain't no game, babe, I'm rooted like the trees, yeah. Gonna rise above, watch me claim my streets, babe. Gonna rise above, watch me claim my streets, babe. I'm saying, girl, rep your ground, let them know you're here to stay, babe. Yeah.
I grew here, you flew here. Our streets, our struggle can't be the same. I got the city's heartbeat playing, no game.
Like you know, I was born to lead this way.
Did you guys hear that? Did you hear it? Can you hear that song? I flew here, y'all grew here. Oh, wait. That was backwards. I grew here, y'all flew here. Yeah, that's what it was. So could you hear Could you hear the song? Let me know. Type in the chat. I grew here. If you could hear that one going down. I've got another one. You heard this song on the video that I did. Do y'all remember this one?
In dope and blocks, we flex our might. We cut trees and snatch cash, hold it tight. Then we vanish like a ghost in the night. To our secret stash, out of sight. Hey, creeping on the come up, stealthy. Money flow thick, yeah, healthy. Keep to the shadows, real deadly. Deep
now, which
tone
video
echo.
did that song appear on? Also, shout out to member Angie's DIY. What is up, Angie? So glad to have you here. You sent me a message, I believe, on the chat. Daggone it. I'm trying to click this thing because Angie is one of my helper moderators. And anyway, to answer your question or what you had asked me in the comments of the community tab, the answer is yes. Well, anyway, I have not figured out yet. I'm having like trouble where I'm trying to get set up because like Angie is one of the folks that's going to help with the modding, but I don't know how to do that offline. So I'm trying to figure that out, Angie. I can't get it to work because whenever I try to do it within the software, it doesn't let me click the OK. But anyway, oh, there it goes. All right, I figured it out. All right, so 52 people are in the house. Do you want to hear another song? Yes, Izzy, I grew here, so you could hear that. Let's see here. Yep, that's right. Brian's welding. He got it right. That was on the tree cutting scam video. And I tell you what, man, that was like my first banger video, was the tree cutting video. I'm going to go back here and tell you how many views that video's got to date. I mean, it was massive. It right now, at this moment, holds the record at 168,655 views with 1,919 comments and 5,159 likes. So that is my biggest video to date. Now, the case cracked, it's coming up, but it looks like it's kind of leveling off here at 117,000 views, 881 comments, and 4,088 likes. So we'll just have to see if we could break that record with another club banger video. Okay, yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna make that EP happen. I got some extended mixes coming, guys, and I tell you what, I got a surprise for you. I'm going to do a fundraiser because what I'm going to be doing is raising money to purchase a big fat computer for my son, Scott, who I'll hope to be hiring next month to be an editor and producer for the channel. And the computer system that I need to put together is going to cost about $2,500. And then for the fiber internet that I need to set him up, that's going to cost me like another $150 a month. So I'm going to make extended mixes where if you would like to download the extended mixes of some of the songs that I produce, you can do so with a $5 donation, and I'll have them listed in my coffee store, Ko-Fi, or however you say it. So be looking for that. And if you would like to help make that happen, you're going to have those club bangers, and I'll be cranking out more music for you. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be bumping it, and I will be on the next live stream. I'm gonna give you a couple more previews. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can just give you a sneak preview right now. Let me go to my site and see if I can pull it up. I got a couple mixes. Let's see if this is the right one. I don't know if this is the right one or not, but let me hit play.
Straight out of Dopey, it's a crazy cop named Lacey. You must hire by the click and merit tip, and he ain't that shady, intimidating.
That's not the one that I made. That's just the AI version. The one that I'm gonna make is even better. But let me give you a little preview of a couple other extended mixes that I've got coming your way that I will be uploading. So here it is. Let's jump on down. Oh man, the verses that I got on one of these mixes, I think it was the Concrete mix. There is a stanza that comes in where it sounds like, if I can find it, I don't know if I can find it, but you will know when you hear this voice. I want you to tell me if you know who this voice sounds like. It's a famous rapper, all right? Let me see if I can find it here. Was it in the Concrete Hustle? This is the Concrete Hustle. Let me skip to the end. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes the verse. You tell me if you recognize who this sounds like.
Roll by roll, kickbacks rolling in, that's how we roll. Pockets fat,
it's coming.
Kickbacks, we stacking it high, never looking back.
It's coming.
Racks on racks, city life, we got it on track.
All right, wait, I gotta go back. Here it is. Here it is.
City hustle, riding on the go. Contract sound, pockets fat.
Okay, I can't find it. Dadgummit! I can't find it. I'll get that for you next time. And on the next live, I'm going to showcase that song, and you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked when you hear it because it sounds like a very recognizable rapper, okay? Yeah, they're banging beats. These beats are awesome. Let me jump over here and see if there's one more. I think it was on the Hustle Honors. It might be Hustle Honors. I'm not really for certain. Oh, it's on Kuba Molati. Yeah. Okay, here we go. There's the female voice. Okay, not on that one. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm going to find it. I'm going to get back at you, and it's a banging beat. So we're going to have fun with that. But anyway, I've got to get to doing some other stuff. I got to run to the body shop tonight. I got some new projects coming in and got to get, yo, what is up? Hiram is in the house. Everybody give a round of applause to member Hiram. See, Hiram is an OG, y'all. He's an OG. He's been with me from the bounce, from the get-go, from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Hiram has been there. Catch the whole replay, Hiram. I had a lot of good updates and letting you know what I'm working on. I got two bangers, man. Two bangers coming at you. I'm spending more time on production because I want to bring you guys quality content, and especially for people like John Luna who be dropping them bombs. John Luna had dropped a 40 bomb on my head, $40. You know what I'm saying? He was the stream king tonight. But anyway, because of that, I'm going to earn it. And I've got two club banger videos coming your way that I'm really working hard on. So definitely check the replay, guys. Check the replay. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Oh my gosh. Hiram done dropped a 10 bomb on my head. Thank you very much, everybody. Round of applause to Hiram, who just donated $10 to help raise the money for that PC for my son, Scott Flowers, who is going to be helping to produce the channel. Thank you very much, Hiram. I really appreciate that. Scott will be excited to see that donation. I'm going to click the love button and show some love right there. I'm going to put some love right there, as Nelly would say. Right there. Okay. So anyhow, thank you, Hiram. Thank you, John. Thank you to all of you who have been so supportive and being there for me when the comments section goes crazy. I'm so glad that y'all got my back. You are the best crew that anyone could ever ask for. Y'all, I couldn't ask for better, okay? So I do appreciate that. Well, that's all I've got for tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. This is Carlton, and I am out.